I don't know how much time we have, but I got a lot to unload on you.
Please, hit me with it.
New England, baby. I was all over it.
New England? That's where I'm from.
That's right. So I had to go to New Haven to do the College Street Music Hall.
Okay.
New Haven, cute town, guns waving, New Haven. You got the pizza, you got the poverty, you got the Yale.
Yale.
So, you go to New Haven. It's 2 hours away. Doug Key's opening. Meet him up in Queens. He stayed in Astoria. Meet him in Queens. We drive there. Hit the Sandy Hook traffic, which I always say is the worst thing to happen in Sandy Hook. And, of course, you wait. We get there at 5. We go right to eat at Pepe's.
Frank Pepe.
Pepe's is bumping. I mean, there's a line around the dick. It's like they're adding rooms to the place. It's so big.
Always. Legendary.
We got the clam pie, as you do. You get the pep, the ricotta, whatever. I don't eat bread. I'm off bread. I've been off bread for the last 3 years.
Okay.
But I got to eat Pepe's.
Sure. Well, it's not bread. It's pizza.
Oh, that's all bread.
Well, it's different.
No, that's a bread factory. That's all pizza is bread.
Well, you don't order a loaf of pizza.
I guess you're right, but I mean, you're basically putting sauce and a meat on a bread.
Yeah, that's the best thing that's ever happened.
It's great. I love it, but I went from no bread to it's like I went gay overnight. I went from no sucking dick to a full-on pride orgy.
Yeah, you got Shaq's dick in your ass.
Exactly, and it felt like it. So I can't stop. It's so good. I haven't had bread in a while, so it's like I got that taste of that human meat. I can't stop eating it like a dog.
Absolutely.
And I ate 800 pounds of pie. And then, of course, the waiter was like, I'm a Tuesday. We went in the kitchen. We saw the big oven. I felt like a Nazi. We took a photo. Pretty cool in there.
You got to go in the kitchen of Frank Pepe?
Yes.
I mean, this is crazier than being on the field at Tampa Bay Stadium or whatever the fuck.
You could go in there. They're gays.
Frank Pepe's? I can go to the oven?
Get in the oven. I got in it. I took a photo. I laid down. I put baking powder on me.
One more letter from that school goes to this kid's house. In the fucking oven, you're going to go head first.
They put me on the big spoon or whatever. They threw me in there.
The big spoon.
By the way, those things are about 20 feet long because the oven has to be able to, occupy 900 pizzas.
Sure, Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, so they shove that thing in, and then they hang it up on the ceiling because it's got to get out of the way.
Uh-huh.
It's quite an establishment. And then there's Sally's and there's Antonio's. It's a whole industry.
It's a little Italy.
Little. Very little.
New Haven's fascinating because you have the Ivy League school, then just a shithole where you're going to get stabbed and shot and raped and killed.
Crazy.
And then you have like a Little Italy that's this big.
Yes.
And I think the mob is there, so
Yes.
that's like kind of nice.
Yes. The Little Lily's beautiful. Not a stitch of garbage, graffiti, nothing. Just wops all day long with guns.
I think it's wise guys. And then
Yeah.
you walk a block over, you get stabbed, then you walk 2 blocks over, and you're in with the future presidents of America.
Exactly. And Yale is beautiful. Looks like Harry Potter. It's all these stone buildings from 1801 or whatever. But the Green, which is their little Central Park,
Right.
it is, talk about Occupy. It's wild in there. They said they had 114 deaths in one day just from overdoses
Oh,
in the Green like a week ago.
wow.
So I guess they're weeding themselves out.
That's great. Yeah, New Haven, every city in Connecticut is a bit of a shithole.
Yeah, you have
Hartford, Bridgeport.
Yes, you got your Greenwich.
Right.
That's the weird thing. There's not much in the middle. There's what is that? Fairfield.
Fairfield.
That's another affluent.
Yeah, there's Connecticut and New Haven itself are like microcosms for America. You
Yes.
have like just extreme poverty and then extreme wealth, like a mile apart from each other.
Exactly, and it doesn't feel like a state. It has no culture. There's not a sports team. I can't get my head around Connecticut. Like, what the fuck? You can't pin it down. What is your thing?
I hate Connecticut. It's a
Everyone
New England
does.
state that roots for the Yankees. It's got that
And the
light
Pats.
blue. They have UConn, the basketball. They got a basketball
Okay,
school there.
that's a universe.
That's something. But yeah, Hartford. They used to have the Hartford Whalers, but they're gone. It's crazy to think there was a professional sports team in Hartford, Connecticut.
I know. Well, that was a booming town, but now it's you go to work and you hightail out of there before you get clubbed.
It's also funny they're the Hartford Whalers, but Hartford's landlocked. It's not even an ocean town. So put that in your pipe and blow me. But
Yeah.
yeah, Connecticut, it's got no jizz.
Nothing, Jerry. It's just Doug put it well. He's like, that's why it's called Connecticut. You just connect there. It's a connector state to Rhode Island, Boston, whatever. And it's got nothing. And I talked about this on stage, and I swiftly got booed. But
What are you gonna do?
I didn't realize it's a college town. I'm going there in midsummer.
Right.
Night Dream. So we sold nothing, and the people who showed up were blackout drunk. So it was a slugfest, to say the least.
Well, this is the thing with Connecticut, too. It's not a real market. There's no market there.
Yes, Market Normand.
Hartford Funny Bone is one of the least desirable funny bones. I'm happy to work there, but it's
Manchester.
It's a tough one. Manchester, Connecticut. And then,
Manchester.
there's whatever the other clubs. Bridgeport has 2 clubs now, New York Comedy Club and
Stress Factory. Well, what is Stamford?
Stamford,
Yeah.
the city that works. That's the old nickname. I guess the WWF is there.
Oh, okay.
But they're, and then you know who else is there is the Sacklers. That's all the homeless people comes directly from these pieces of shit.
Wow, they're keeping that whole state afloat.
Yeah, we'll get to food. Did you watch that thing with Michael Keaton?
I did, yeah.
That's one of the few shows I've watched. And that guy, that's the lead Sackler.
Oh, he stinks.
So bad in that movie.
So
He's like,
bad.
Sarah and I couldn't stop laughing because he kept being like, 300 milligrams. He kind of had this weird voice, and Keaton was great as always.
Sure.
Love Keaton.
Yes, Diane Keaton is good.
I would love to know Michael Keaton. Doesn't he just seem like one of those guys? He seems funny and.
Yeah, well, he did stand up. He's in Batman. You want to just get him in a headlock and pick his dick.
Well, I always say this. That must have been so crazy that Michael Keaton became Batman, and I always use you. I'm like, it'd be like if you were just Batman. Like he's a nightclub stand-up comic. He's a goofball on A&E's, even the Improv, and then a few years later,
yes, he went from Mr. Mom to The Dark Knight.
Can you imagine if they were just like, "Did you hear Stavros is Batman?"
Right. Well, Kumail is a fucking Hawkeye or whatever.
That's true. I've never seen. I don't know Kumail, and I never have seen that movie or show or whatever the fuck. So
you've got Kumail, but nice guy and ripped as a $2 bill.
You'd make a good Batman, don't you think?
I don't know. Joker, what are you, crazy? Get out of here.
That'd be fun.
All right, now the Riddler's gay. Come on.
Who would be the best Batman? Who's the best comedian to play Batman?
Maybe Hanley.
Hanley?
Phil Hanley?
You can push him over. A stiff breeze would knock him over.
I don't think Michael Keaton's the most buff guy ever.
That's true, but I just picture Batman with a cardigan on. and a deadhead fucking hat.
Robin, we got a bogey. We got a boogie. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Soder's he's got a good build, and he's a good-looking guy.
So.
He's got the deep voice. That could be something.
Deep voice is nice. He could do a good Batman impression.
Well, he'd be doing impressions of the Penguin as Batman. It'd be a little off-putting.
But Soder would have to hit the gym for a few months, I think. I mean, he's not exactly, tip-top.
No. He's a bottom.
He's got the voice, the jaw. That's something.
Yes, good jaw.
You got to have great teeth to be in there.
Okay, who else? Maybe Marill. Marill would be Batman. He's got the dark voice. He's got the dark features. He doesn't know his dad.
A Batman. He'd be a good Batman. But again, it's hard to picture Sam running full speed and jumping from one building to the other.
No.
A Jewish Batman's a tough look.
Good point. Yeah.
You'd be like, what? The Joker? I don't know.
You got to hand him Pepto and the Batmobile.
Chuck's got an idea.
DeStefano.
Batman.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. He's a little too funny.
Yes.
He's got the good jaw, though. That's not a bad one. Chris DeStefano would be good. He's pretty athletic. He's big.
Great
strong.
jaw.
Nice cock. I got many photos of his cock on my phone.
Cock. But you don't want Bruce Wayne sending you shit photos. That's a little weird.
No, dick pics and all that. But he's a good
Grayson.
one.
Yeah.
Who else could be good?
I
I mean, Shane could literally play a Batman villain. Not play, but get cast. That's how big he is right now.
Yeah, totally.
And he's friends with Patton. He's friends with Batman. How crazy is that?
Is he?
Yeah. I mean, he was at the show at the Greek.
Patton Oswalt?
Robert Pattinson was at the Greek.
Oh, I see.
Wow. By the way, someone told me a story that at that show that I was at with Zac Efron and Robert Pattinson, a comic walked up to Robert Pattinson and was like, "I love what you did for the franchise." And Robert Pattinson responded, "Which one?"
Ooh.
Because I think he's in Twilight.
Yes.
So he's like, he's in 2 different franchises.
Jeez, I might buy a Wendy's franchise.